what I do believe that God is not outside at any building or any church. I believe that God is inside within us, because since we are part of Him, we are the creator, we are the co-creators, and I believe our body, it is our temple, that we must take care of it in every single aspect of it, mentally, physically, and energetically. And then I know that because I've been having I've been dealing with quite a few people, helping them heal their bodies, because I'm biomagnetic quantum therapist, and then I see those differences. I see imbalances of our body, and then when our body is in balance, of course, our lives change as well, because we either attract what we think, and then we enter into this harmony, and then the way it depends whether you believe it or not believe in God. Is your body, is your mind, and then everything what's going on inside of you is what you really you are, what you think and what you attract, and depending on that. And then I see that energetically there's a lot of imbalances. And then of course, because we do not have one single body, we are septuple, and we have 7 bodies, let's say. And then whatever is happening into our mind, it affects vibrationally as well. For example, our thoughts are energies. And then if we have a negative thoughts, then of course that affect us vibrationally. Let's begin with our chakras, for example. Each chakra, the main ones, which are 7s, they are in charge of certain areas of the body. And then of course, when there is no balance in one of the chakras, it will affect specific organs that chakra it's in charge of it. Then that's how it comes, the disharmony in the body. It first begins energetically, and then starts emotionally and vibrationally, and then once it's in the physical, that's bad. Because then you can create pathogens like virus, bacteria, fungus, parasites, whatsoever into the body. And then there's continuing any other illness and things like that. It's a non-stop. So basically, that's what I always say to myself. I learn from everybody, but we learn ourselves from our body as well. The way how it's acting or how it's thinking. We normally, I learned through the years that I have to study my body and find out what's going on to see. And then that's why I understand that our body is a temple. And then of course, it is very important to take care of it, to be careful, right? And see what we think and what we think about others as well, because that also affects when we send out negative energies to other people, no matter what. For some reason, it comes back to us. You say the earth.
No, the earth
or inside of us.
It's 10 or 20 centimeters down under our feet.
Oh, okay. Yes. I'm not sure historically well, but I know I do practice a lot on this, because in order for me to connect, to heal someone at a distance, I have to connect myself first, and go into a stage of theta. That's theta healing that I practice as well. That means that I change my brainwave from alpha or delta, wherever I am at that moment. I have to change, lower my vibrations, and then go into theta. And then from there, I connect myself, the energy that I'm a light, and then I concentrate on my energy on my feet. And then from there, I, let's say, activate both the chakra down below at my feet and the chakra at the pineal gland as well, which we have also a chakra in the pineal gland. Why? Because that's the way how I connect to the universe and then to our Mother Earth. And then I start sending energies or going down to Mother Earth, to the nuclear of the Earth. And then I connect there for me to be rooted to the planet, to the Earth, right? And then that's the only thing that I do with this chakra. And then, of course, like somebody mentioned before at the beginning, I hardly heard, we have to activate all these chakras. And but when I do this, then I start connecting all the chakras. You need to visualize, practical. You need to visualize to see all this. Once you visualize, actually you are doing it. You are seeing and you are feeling, and then you start connecting your aura as well, your energy field, in order for me to live out of body, like astral body, and then connect to the other persons once I have that permission. And then that's how I do it. And then I get into that, the other person's energy field as well to heal.
The blueprint of our own soul is stored in this, for this life, is stored in the Earth Star Chakra.
I don't know if you heard about the Kundalini.
But when we are, our soul has to be very connected. I'm just taking it up because of we are seeing it with the people who is taking the shot, wax, that they lose the,
I also work with the Earth Star in my work. It's very, very important. But
Nice.
I also think it is the same goes for the soul star. With the wax, they also lose the connection to the higher and to the lower. So it goes both ways.
but when you lose the connection to the blueprint that is going through down, there's enough to lose the balance when you lose. So yeah. So
but you also yeah.
It was coming to me yesterday evening, so I don't know. I just when you lose the connection to your blueprint, to your map of why you came here to Earth, what is going to happen to people?
That's a good question, because I heard, I believe Marco may know something about on one of the previous Latin meetings that we had. I remember that similar, that a girl read something about it, very important. But I also heard that as well previously, saying that a therapist who does hypnosis, she saw someone, I'm just gonna try to minimize what she said, that she saw a patient, and then she noticed she was speaking not only with the patient by itself, but she was talking with her soul, and that her soul told her that she was already out of her body, and then she wasn't, the soul was not able to get into the body physically any longer anymore, because whatever she did to herself, that everybody knows, I'm not going to mention anything what's going on planetary. She says that she's unable to do anything. And then, so what I'm thinking is that everybody, that's delicate. I think it's very delicate because to say, okay, who's in there? Who's in our body? Who's living in there? Of course, as we already know, we have our essence or conscience and soul, and also our ego, right? And then, so right now, it's hard to say openly who's living right now and who's there and who's not there. I mean, I don't dare to mention it open, but I heard that previously from these connections that a therapist did that to this person. It says about the soul that she's not there any longer. She's disconnected completely. So there, and what I remember, it says that her mission, it was incomplete because of this. So I don't know what to say.
I am doing a work that name is soul body fusion transmission. Some of you heard about that? With Janet Crowley. She is a
What is it again? I didn't understand.
soul body fusion transmission.
Soul body fusion transmission?
Yeah, then is your soul is working to connect into your body, into the light into your body. So your body is going to hold the light stronger in your body and upgrade your DNA. So your DNA that is usually just working small, maybe 10%, maybe more.
I've heard about it, but not with that name.
The soul body fusion transmission with Janet Crowley. Have you heard about it?
No, me neither.
She is a spiritual teacher and grandmother.
I've heard about the fact that we're gonna upgrade our DNA, but I didn't know it was called that way. What you're saying?
Right. I heard that too.
Mm-hmm.
We are doing it.
We are correct.
Therefore, I just cannot eat anything right now. Just drink taco. No, just.
How about if we let Marco tell us something about it?
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, I had a bad connection, so I hear pieces of the conversation, but yeah, many of what we have been talking, to me, it's a little bit of an old tape that eventually we need to let go at, whether it's religion or chakras or kundalini or all these narrative. I mean, it's important to talk about it if we feel that there is still an interest, but eventually you get to the phase where you shift into, okay, what we want to create from now on, you know. But until we need to still process this very important informations, then it's important to do so, because otherwise, for chakra, I don't resonate with the idea of chakras. Neither I resonate with the idea of kundalini. It's not that I don't resonate. I don't believe chakra and other situations like that are part of the original costume, the original avatar of humans. I think these are all part of how do you say, alteration that has been occurring in the last 10,000 years ago. And I see actually chakras as a way to compartmentalize and divide us inside, because we are divided in sections. I think that once we go back to the original system we will have a centered energy, not divided, and it's basically vibrating in all our costume with no compartmentalization, no separations. And same thing with Kundalini, as to do with the reptilians agenda. Certainly all the religions are coming from a Luciferian agenda. It's funny because we are God, and then the Luciferian agenda want us to believe in God. I mean, we are God. We don't need to believe in God. We are God. You know, we are all God here. It's all love. So there's no need to create a project, a story outside in order to, again, create a separation. So I don't know other pieces I missed because I had a moment of break on the connection, on the conversation. Maybe you want to ask me a more specific question so I can, if I haven't respond to whatever you asked me, Grace.
It was generally, yeah.
Oh, okay, generally, okay.
But yeah, I don't know how far you heard all the conversations.
Yeah, basically what's going on. Well, first of all, we have to understand that there is a lot of empty containers in this planet. A lot of people don't have soul, okay? And many of these empty containers right now have completed their role playing. And so either they are living through ways like the injections or other ways, or are now that their role is completed, the role of sustaining the narrative of the artificial intelligence, the matrix, is completed. So now many of these containers are actually filled up with drop-ins. So we are having a massive amount of soul that are coming in, and they don't want to go through the birth because we have very little time, and they want to experience this time already fully activated without having to go through all the phases of the inverted matrix narrative. And so they are literally dropping inside these empty containers. And there was something else I want to say.
When you say dropping in, I'm sorry, when you say dropping in, that means like channeling or?
No, soul that just entered like you enter this avatar of yours in order to have a physical experience. Other enter these empty containers, these extras. 65% of the world population is extras. They are holograms. What is happening with us right now is that, okay, there is a first phase of the experience of the matrix where we just do things. For example, we go to church, we watch TV, we go to school. You know, we just follow the program because we want to experience that. And then there is a second phase where we start to question things. And so we start to feel all kind of emotion reactions, all kind of different inside out shaking that is, it's just, we feel depressed, we feel lost, we feel that we are we don't know, we don't understand anything anymore. And this is a part of the confusion that then will take it to our third phase, which is the phase where we embrace neutrality. So we have processed the whole narrative, and now we remove, we let go, we purge all the emotions. And so now we can choose without emotions. So we are free to choose. Do I want to go to church? Do I want to celebrate Christmas? Do I want to pay taxes? Whatever it is, whatever the game is, now I can choose because I'm not attached to it through my emotions. So I'm not lost into it. And so now I can decide to play, and I eliminate the judgment. So basically I embrace it all. I embrace the whole narrative, I appreciate it, I release all the emotions, and now I can make a choice, and I'm free to choose whatever I want to choose. So I might say, okay, tomorrow is Christmas. Yeah, my mother, I'm going to bed. I'm going to play the game of Christmas. Why not? It's going to be fun. But I'm not reacting. I'm not. I know the whole narrative behind it. I know all the stories, all the hidden agendas. And I got to a point where I processes it, and I recognized the perfection in it, and I appreciated the story, both the positive and the negative. And so now that I endorse the whole story, and I embrace it and I appreciate it, now I'm really free to play the game, and I can change. I can decide, okay, I'm going to do a completely different Christmas tonight. Or maybe I just I choose not to play the game of Christmas. Or maybe I just go with the narrative, but I am free emotionally. And that's the step where we need to go in order to be able to in order to not be food anymore for the matrix. Because for as long as we are lost into the judgment, as are lost into the emotions, in the reactions, in the contraction, the fighting, it's still a convalidation, and we are just saying yes, you exist, matrix. I'm even holding neutrality to the idea of the Om, which I'm not sure yet. As a musician, I don't resonate with that sound for some reason. I don't have a judgment about it, but I don't sense it seems to me that it's still part of the deception. So it's and it's wonderful. Once you're in neutrality, you see all these layers of deception after the other, after the other, after the other, and you stay centered, like if you are centered in a tsunami, and you can just watch the tsunami around you, doing whatever it needs to do, but you stay centered and you observe it. So that is where we want to arrive eventually, to this neutrality. And then from there, then we can have a very exciting conversation, because we can really talk about what is it that we want to create. Because we are not anymore taken by the narrative of the old tape, of the old stories. We are free from it. And that's now for the first time, we can say, okay, what is it that we want to do? How we want to create a new reality? Now that we are free from the old one. And so that's the very exciting time once we get there.
Mm-hmm. It sure is. Thank you.
I got this question or mission, or I don't know what, create that has never been created before on Earth. How do you create that have never been created before on Earth?
That's why, that is the really reason why we are here. We are not here to manifest. We are all so engaged in manifesting. We are creator. We are here to create. It's a completely different game. When we saw this little blue-green, incredible, amazing hologram dream, we decided to go into this dream fundamentally for two reasons. One, because this system is maybe the only one, or one of the few, where the soul can really express his uniqueness. Most of the other operating systems work in community. So they all do the same together. They're all together all the time. In this system, it's all about bringing forward our uniqueness and standing through our individuality. Okay, and that's something that the soul get really excited about. And that's why so many souls, that's one of the reasons why many souls wants to be here. And that's why we are here. And the other reason is the challenge, the excitement to be the creators. A creator is someone that connect with source and crystallize through his imagination, through his joy, something that didn't exist, it doesn't exist here. So it's not about manifesting, it's about creating. That's the true excitement that very few are at this time, because we have been through such a great level of forgetfulness. Very few are using now. Most of the people are in the survival mode, and so they're still manifesting. They want to manifest the house, the relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. The money, whatever they need to manifest, and that's beautiful. There's not wrong with that. But once we raise our level of remembering, we start to really tap into the source, our source of creation, which is this. We have within ourselves, we have the same power of source itself. So there is truly nothing we cannot create, and that's the time where we are getting closer rapidly now to that time. It might be maybe a few years, maybe until maybe another 5-10 years, but I know from what the information I get is that within the next 10 years, this Earth hologram has to be a 5th-dimensional consciousness. So 5, you said 5, Rosemary? Well, whatever. Well, it doesn't matter if how many.
5 and 6.
5 and 6. Okay. All right. And by the way, I hear all the time this idea that we have to help nature, that the Earth needs our. I can tell you that Mother Earth is perfectly fine and is extremely powerful, and it doesn't need anything. She's just waiting, like the amazing mother that she is, waiting for their children to catch up with her. But she's perfectly in control, and all this agenda, these ideas that we are killing the planet, that things are going bad with the planet, with nature, and this and that. It's not really true. And you can find out. You just connect with your body, or with the tree, and with the earth, or the ocean, with the stars, and you will receive that message that they are celebrating. They're fine. You know, so that's also a fear-based agenda that they put on us. But we just have to go and work within ourselves, and because that become another distraction. You know, oh, now we have to save the earth. You know, there's another victim and savior program, right? So,
I believe. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I believe there are two types of the way of thinking, the way how you see that project. It could be either save the planet physically, let's do something physically for that planet, or energetically, how to move into it, because we are energies as well, right? And then, of course, Mother Earth knows what she's doing, and she knows what she has to do. Of course, I agree on that. But I also heard that we can energetically help either affect or help the impact of the changes, and that Mother Earth will do her work as well. I don't know if you see that, if you see me that point of view.
It depends with your vibrational offer, with your frequencies. You tune in with the version of the earth that is aligned with what you offer. So
Correct. Oh yes, that influences a lot.
So you decide which is like you have a TV, and you decide which channel you want, which movie you want to watch, right? By switching channel. So if you decide that the earth needs to be saved, and we are destroying each other, and there is danger, then you tune in with that possibility, and then life, because life always say yes to you. Life always say yes, because it loves you unconditionally. And so always say yes to you. So if you say that life is madness, life say, okay, madness. I give it to you, madness. Okay, I love you. Here's madness.
I heard, I was remembering a word that was said to me, healing. If you are focusing on healing or sick people, you are create people sick so you can heal it. So if we are always
a lot of
focusing,
Yeah. Yeah.
we're creating all the time everything. It's just
Yeah.
so amazing.
so if
that makes a
we
lot of sense.
even we are going to heal someone, I want to heal, then you're creating someone sick so you can heal it. Instead of
sense.
creating something from inside, already created a butterfly that is, or freedom, or peace, or love, or whatever you want to create.
Yes.
You're going to get that.
I just wanted to add something, if it's okay, that to seek question to Marco, how do you create something that hasn't been created on Earth yet? And in conjunction to what Marco was saying, that we're here to express our uniqueness and, individuality and what is in that. And when something is so outside of our imagination, which it could be within the source, within infinite realms of source, what we feel when we can't actually know mentally, rationally, we want to create is what that thing within us and what we feel. What is that we want to feel? And the feelings in itself, by just feeling it and expressing it and being in those feelings, that's part of the act of creating the uncreated through, maybe it's outside of your imagination we already have, it's beyond that, but we are that at the same time. So okay, it's not like Marco said, I agree, not manifesting, but that's kind of, I believe, a big act of the creation. Once you are in tune and in your expression and in your feelings and wanting to be emerge and expressed, externalize them, and it's through a lot is done through feeling, because sometimes we may not have the words or we may not have the images, but we do know the feeling that we want to feel, and that can create the uncreated on Earth.
And you can, I guess, I want to add to that, you can get surprised of creation, because it's just, for me, it's like, because I'm a painter, if I'm starting to paint, and sometimes I see what just comes out, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know I could do something like that. So yeah, I can understand what you're saying, Evan. I think, yeah, that's pretty awesome, and you can create from that. That knowing the feeling or the frequency or the energy that you want to manifest, not manifest, but not in that sense of manifestation in a physical thing, but just, like bringing it out somehow. Oh, and by the way, when I was hearing about the Earth thing, I was watching a long time ago a program of this guy, Greg Braden, and he was actually showing a lot of studies of how the Earth in every period that has warmed up has released a lot of CO2, because it seems to be like a cooling mechanism for Earth. So it seems that all these, let's save the planet thing, it's actually the other way around. It's just another trick of the matrix. And because the Earth takes care of herself that way. So the CO2 reduction is actually not official. It's towards cooling it. And the other part, the energetic part of helping Earth, it's also by resonance. Earth is in a big transition right now, and the way you can help it is with energy of love. That's all.
Everything that is created from love will create love. Everything that is created from fear will create fear.
That's
Even
true.
though it's good for good things. Good stuff. So from our love, pure heart, we can create just love. And dream big. Dream big. What do we want? Create. What life?
The interesting thing is that all these low frequencies, emotions, are a very little time. They will not be sustainable anymore within months or few years. So whoever wants to continue the journey of fear, of separation, of contraction, which is an amazing journey because there is so much to learn from that, they will have to go somewhere else. And in fact, we will see that a lot of people are leaving the planet, you know, because they have not completed their work with the low frequencies, and low frequencies will not be anymore part of this movie. This movie is letting go quite rapidly now all the idea of fear, scarcity, separation, survival, suffering, anguish, all these amazing emotions needs to be wrapped up. We have a few months to deal with that, and then we need to go back to our original state of being, which is our essence, which doesn't have these kind of frequencies. And so we have about 10-15 months to process this and let it go. That's why outside the narrative is intensified, the polarization is intensified to such a level, because it has to collapse. In order to collapse, it has to get to the maximum peak, so that we can see all the layers of deception, and layer of manipulation, layers of fear. Everything has to come on the table, and then we can make a choice. Okay, so now I see it all. So am I going to play more of this game, or do I rather to continue and play the new game, which is not new, it's just going back to our original experience, human experience. And that's needs to be resolved in a matter of few months.
I want to say something about what you're saying about fluctuating realities. What we were saying about putting, infusing everything with love from the heart, just the soul, actually. It's very important, because the more we fluctuate between energies, longer it's going to take for it to collapse where we want it to. So the higher frequency we put in each of our thoughts and emotions and acts, it's actually what is going to make it change to that level. Like you were saying, only love can come from love, and it goes that way, it repeats itself. So right now everything is fluctuating a lot, and in order to collapse. And so it's very important that we keep ourselves in the positive all the time.
My dears, I have to go. So I want to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I just want to say, I was telling my father about you, that I have talked about him, what he was doing. And he is so proud. He don't speak English, so I cannot invite him to do, but he's doing, or he's very humble to see that I am talking about him and telling about how he was listening to his intuition and his heart, and now. So things, or I will say thank you for him also. We'll send him a lot of love.
Thank you. Take care, sweetie.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Siga.
Anybody wants to say something?
A wonderful science.
Yes, indeed.
I want to thank you, Marco. It was for your words tonight, because I'm having my challenges staying, centered. That place you were describing, I aspire to that. But it's not me I'm worried about. I have a son, a 19-year-old son, I'm here in Greece now. I live in Cyprus. And with all the stuff and all the encroachment that's happening daily and in his university and whatever, he's trying to stay strong in his, in his decision, but the environment he's in and everything doesn't really support that and help him. So I always mention this, but that's my biggest challenge to my trusting and for him. So trusting life. But it was very, very, your words really kind of redirected me, realigned me again. And I thank you for that. Yeah.
Thank you. We need to honor our fears, our challenges. Don't judge them as if we are inappropriate or wrong, or is just part of the purging. So if we have some limited beliefs and idea that we have adopted and fears, we actually should welcome them and play with them without judging ourselves as, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm not there yet, I need to work harder, because this is all ego stuff. Okay. And
so yeah.
So yeah, just see the perfection in everything. And your son he has billions and billions of lifetimes, and his wisdom is the same wisdom of source. Although he appears like a little young boy, I don't know how old is he, but
he's 19, but he's a young boy still, nonetheless.
Yeah, but it's he has chosen you because you're exactly what he needs to experience, along with your environment and the historic moments of this journey, the geographical location, the body that he has. He has chosen everything to have an experience. So the only thing that we can do with our children or our loved one is just to bright up our light as much as possible through the exercise of our imagination and our uniqueness. That's really what we can do. And know that he knows exactly what he needs to do, and even if it doesn't seem like it's all part of his journey. So just have fun with him. play.
Yeah. No, I totally understand the language. I totally try to do it, but I just can't stay there. I mean, it's in and out, in
And
and
that's
out.
okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's
Yeah,
that.
it's okay. Yeah, it's in a way. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just embrace
Yeah.
it. Okay, I'm in and
Yeah.
out. Okay, wonderful. Let's play with in and out. So now I feel
And in and out. Yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
it's all good. Nothing can, you see, there is nothing. There is no mistakes. Nothing can really go wrong. Once we understand who we are, nothing can go wrong. Okay. So we live.
That's true.
We always existed. We will always exist. So we can really relax and just play with the moment and just have fun with it. Don't take anything too seriously, too heavy. Don't put too much drama. And when the drama comes, okay, here's the drama, here's the ego. Okay, let's see, let's play with that now, you know. And you're doing wonderful. I mean, I can sense your vibration. It's breathtaking, beautiful. What a woman, my God. There's nothing you cannot create and nothing you cannot do. You know.
No, thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I guess we're all here by choice. So even your son, like you say, Elena, but I can talk for myself only. I think we're all here by choice, and we actually decided we want to come in these times. We knew where we were coming to, so let's roll with it and let's play. Let's have fun and do what we came to do. That's my feeling right now. I feel like we are light warriors, not in a way that let's go fight, but let's stand on the light and be a beacon of light. Because even though we forgot for a long time, at least in my case, I kind of felt that I had the knowledge all the time, but now it's just about coming all back so clearly. And it's very exciting actually to be here this time with all of you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, also the children and the adolescent, this amazing soul, they are interpreting a role for us to shake us, because with their rebellion or instability or reluctant, you know, they don't want to play the game. They are showing us, to some of us that are completely lost in the game, that there is something wrong with the game. You know, that's their role playing. So that we can kind of start to wonder, maybe I should consider different ways, because I can see my son is not happy. So there's something, if he's not happy, most likely is because he's healthier than me. Because if you are completely healthy, I'm not saying that you are not happy, but you are not, you just don't play the game. If you are healthy, you don't play this game. Okay. So for as long as we keep playing the game, there is part of us that are not healthy. And the children that definitely, most of them don't want to play the game, they are showing us that our part that needs to be cured, if you want to use that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the other, I'll just say this and then I have to go. Like, now I'm in North Cyprus, he's in Athens, and he's like, Ma, forget it, like, bullshit, man. No one believes anything here. No one, it's all over. It's all over. Like, they don't even check, you know, in Cyprus, we have slave passes you have to show to go into a super everywhere. Test, you can't move without having test, or we call it slave pass, the green pass. So, but here in Greece, they just started like the beginning, I think the 13th of September, if you want to dine indoors, but there's outdoor seating. So this is the only place you have to show the slave pass. But he's just like, don't worry, and just getting on with it. And and that's where I wonder, God, is he like, where is he? And maybe you're right. Maybe where am I? Because he's just somewhere else with it.
He's fantastic.
And I know he's aware. I know he's, you know what I mean? I know he knows he can see things. And then I'm leaving tomorrow, and I'm like, okay. Like we said, but like we discussed all that. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. I have to get lighter about this. Yeah.
How old is he?
19.
All right.
Yeah.
Soon you will have to shift from mother to little baby to two tigers that go hunting together. Can you make the shift, or you need to stay attached like most of the Italian mothers, but they cannot let go of the role of mother until they are dying?
I never wanted to be a mother. Okay. I never wanted to be a mother, and people around me can vouch for that. But I am one. And I'm not like that. I'm not like a traditional Greek mom, or not like that. But this particular thing in this particular time is, I don't know, brings this other part of me that I never had raising him, or it's very free. But I don't know, this other part of me comes out. I mean, I would always say, anyone can do whatever they want with the vax, I respect it, and I'm just against anything that's mandatory. But anyone can do whatever they want. But when it comes to my son, this is the only time, like, it's so unlike me. If he just had 1% the idea of having it, I would chain him up and never let him leave my sight. It's sick. I know it's sick, but I'm being honest. This came out of me now because I'm very, very free with him. I'm not attached. I'm not like that. I know what kind of mom you're talking about, because it's in my culture too, and I'm very not like that. But with this is my big challenge now, this time, with this, with the, the injection and all that. And I know I know he stands, but still it's, I'm not easy, I have to control it all. Yeah. No. It's no, it's getting better. It's getting better. And this is all helping, by the way. Thank you all very much. Yeah.
Will soon everything be over, Elena? It's not too long anymore.
Yeah. But you know what, Rosemary? I've already, it's over for me. There's part of me, it's already over, I'm on the other side. I'm just it doesn't exist. I don't know what my problem. This is where, this is my conflict, which I have to work on, because it doesn't exist for him either. And this mistrust or something. I have to.
So this is a moment of almost celebration, because you are at the verge of resolving something within yourself. And once it's resolved, oh my God, your potentiality grows to a level that you cannot even imagine at this moment. So it's a fantastic time. You just have to have fun with these ideas, whatever they are within yourself. They are not you. This is all ego narrative, okay? Ideas we adopted, because the ego, what it does, it goes into the subconscious and go in the past and pick up some stuff that happened to us in the past and create amazing narrative about it, right? That's his job.
Yeah.
So once we recognize that, so when we feel, I feel this, I feel that, then the question is, okay, who is it that is feeling this? Is it my soul or is my ego? And already once you ask yourself the question, already 50% of the problem is resolved, because there is a recognition that whatever narrative is there is not the reflection of your essence.
Mhm.
And then from there, you can start to work.
Yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Mhm. I'm laughing because I'm a coach. Okay.
That's
And I
wonderful.
do all this.
No,
I know, but it's
I have no doubt that you are an amazing coach. In fact, I want
no,
to.
no, I'm not going to say I'm not, and I'm not being, but I know, yeah, I've been told, but I'm my hardest, I'm my biggest challenge. Yeah.
Okay.
And this thing, and this particular thing, and this is really great. Yeah. And I don't usually seek the help. Yeah. But this is something very big for me, and out of my, it's cosmic on that level for me, because the other stuff, I mean, years ago when I started the quest on a more spiritual path, it really was more, I could say, for more coping with personal issues, life manifesting. It all began there very early on and developing, but it was more personal. And then it became for collective, but the collective meant before this COVID time, the collective had a different meaning and a different size and a different scale. And I am so blessed. I feel blessed living through this time because it took on a different, bigger picture. It took on a different dimension, the collective now. And I left I'm like, oh, the personal stuff is so easy. All this stuff and all these tools we have and all this human technology we have and as creators. And now it's this time is it's the new calling, if you like, or the new personal cosmic purpose. I don't want it to sound cheesy, but the personal is very easy, at least for me to do. And then, but this is now the big, or not the big, but this is the most meaningful, purposeful kind of purpose, I suppose. At least for me, that's the experience. And maybe it's aligning certain things with the issues that Marco mentioned that I still have attached with my son, or whatever issues are there. I'm facing them now in this scale, in this proportion. I'll see, but other than that, I think we're living in fascinating times. I love it. Yeah. I don't know how everyone else feels, but
Yeah, we can.
Gilbert, how do you?
We can even remove the label issue
Yeah.
because it's so pregnant of I'm wrong. It's just idea that we adopted just to have a ride, just to have an experience, and now the experience is coming to an end, and so we can let them go. But they're not wrong or right. They're just experiences that we had, and now they don't feel good anymore. Do I want to play this game anymore? No, it doesn't make any sense anymore. But thank you. I love you. Whatever idea, thank you, because I learned so much from it. And now you can go because I'm ready to play a different game. So we don't judge ourselves, because one of the reasons why we don't love ourselves is because we keep judging ourselves. So we need to remove all the labels.
Yes. I have to go. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
thank you so much for listening, and everything, and offering everything and sharing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Elena. I cannot think of a better coach to call next time I have some problem to deal with.
Me too. Likewise to you. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
I have to go too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you, Marco.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Ciao.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.